Pudge grew some hair, lost some weight, had a lot of plastic surgery.
Probably
and got a new wardrobe as well.
If there was like a polar opposite of Pudge in Dota, it would probably be Crystal Maiden. I don't know. Like maybe not like role wise, but they're about as pretty opposite. Close. Yeah.
They're both white though. That's the only similarity they share.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh man. IG last pick coming up. They've got their support duo probably looking for Luo's offlaner. Brood still available, but CM, you've got Frostbite. Bloodseeker can give you vision if you get the Brood low, which doesn't happen very often. Brood it is. Luo classic.
There you go.
It's a good Brood game.
That's nice call, buddy. Very good. All right. Well,
these teams need to hire us, LD. We were talking about this earlier. Like, we're watching the Fnatic game, and
oh god, that was just, that was painful to watch. Yeah,
Fnatic LGD. You know, LGD first pick Tusk. They like to do it. It's Yao. It's their preferred offlane for Yao, and then going into the second ban stage, they banned Darkseer and they banned Clockwork, and we're just like...
Then they picked Storm with Anti-Mage in the pool, which they could have easily banned if they knew they wanted Storm.
We were just scratching our heads like, why are you banning two offlaners when they've picked their offlaner? Yes, some teams can run, like, I know you can, in their defense, occasionally teams will run support Tusk. Some teams do it more than others. LGD, though, never. It doesn't, they don't do it.
Not once this event. I don't think they've ever done it, actually.
So, casters need to be hired. Just as casters for event, but as drafting coaches.
You know, some teams have the coaches and the statisticians, but I don't think Fnatic really has that support team. And maybe it hurt them in a game like that. They went on to lose.
Mushi my services for future events, mages, whatever it may be.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Mushi's your boy after all. So.
We just make fun of each other for being fat these days. So, like, as soon as he saw me, he just like pointed at my stomach and laughed. And then I gave him a little tummy rub in the elevator the other day. Like, that's the extent of our communication right now.
Just rubbing each other's bellies. Okay, well, just Dota 2 things. All right, let's get into it, folks. IG versus NaVi, a rematch of the International 2 Grand Finals. Both teams and many of these players have had a long journey since then. None of them, I'm just double checking the names. Yeah, none of them have won an international since TI2. And in the case of NaVi, it's been even longer, gods, although they've made quite a few appearances since then. So, Chuan will be playing your support roaming bounty hunter. Luo going to be on the offlane Brood. 430. Used to be known for his Brood, actually, back at that TI2 event. He's on the Storm going mid. Burning, the Gyrocopter safe lane, and Faith, the Disruptor. As for NaVi, Artstyle will be the CM, Dendi on the Queen of Pain, Vost, the safe lane Bloodseeker, Saniko, really the man of the hour for NaVi, and one of the only reasons they've even been able to get a couple of the wins this tournament that they've put together on the Naga Siren. Maybe he'll end up being the carry, but for now as a support, leaves Funnick as the offlane center.
Yeah, early dire ward in the enemy jungle gives rune vision, blocks this big camp, which a Crystal Maiden likes to maybe take for a fast level 2 using Frostbite. So I like the early movement from Chuan on the bounty hunter. He's completely scattered out kind of what NaVi are doing here early on. And also, we'll be looking for that courier snipe. He knows Dendi got the rune, and Dendi's bringing a mantle out. Oh, no!
So Nico's going to ferry it, it looks like.
He drew aggro of the creeps as well. I don't know what happened there. I think Chuan...
Did he run in tower range?
He re-shadow walked in a bad place, I think, and yeah, I don't know what happened.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Saniko was coming to ferry it out. This is the de facto move nowadays where you just get the free bottle service. In this case, the mantle service.
Yep. So sentry on both sides. Chuan has won, Dendi has won, and we'll see that sentry ward battle go down in the mid lane.
Dendi on the low ground here. That is not a trade he wants to be making with Storm, especially not when Storm is 6 armor, Quap is 2. Already Dendi chewing through his regen and not having the best start in this lane. What are our other lanes looking like? It's Luo on the Brood in the off lane. Up against the Bloodseeker, not a hero he can really punish much. Always able to keep his HP high. Should be a pretty good lane for a Vost. But for Luo, unlikely to die here unless they bring in more support. The NaVi off lane. Got the Gyrocopter Disruptor combo. A lot of kill potential here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried for how Havos going to do. Once Luo gets levels and builds up a big Spiderling army, as much as Havos can sustain himself in lane, all it takes is to get maybe 8 to 12 Spiderlings, and suddenly, if Havos like Blood Rages himself, gets a big Spiderling plop on himself, he's done for. Chuan also.
I'm watching Artstyle here. The double Shadow Walk damage is going to come out. No Janata just yet, though. Oh, he's not going to bother using it. He's going to force Artstyle home. I did leech some of that experience, I believe.
Artcel's going to clear. I think he's going to actually go for the big camp here. He's going to get greedy. He wants level
risky.
2. Yeah,
but he might get away with it.
Exactly. If you're Chuan, you could maybe expect this greed and check it out. But Chuan's going to check he wants the 2-minute rune, so he may head here right after getting this. But it's going to come down to how good his spider senses are.
Oh, a haste. And he's off to the races. Dendy could easily die to this. 430, putting the hurt on him. They can tower dive this and really commit, but oh, Dendy. That's the new blink coming into play for Queen of Pain, and I think Chuan did get revealed there. So back off, he runs back in. Blink on cooldown for 5, but it's enough time.
They de-sentry mid, and Chuan coming back in will just casual harass on a Dendy. Just wants to chew through some of his
This lane is so over for Dendy, though, as far as control goes. I mean, even before Chuan came in.
Not going bottle, he's going wand, mantle, getting more HP regen. Just deciding the jump to bottle is going to be too much of a struggle. Like, he'll get out-farmed too badly in CS if he tries to go for a bottle, considering there's a bounty hunter in lane. But I kind of agree with this, but it's still kind of just a sign of the state that this lane is not going well.
Exactly, and he's kind of forced into it because of that early trade.
CM bottom, by the way, taking a lot of damage from spiderlings.
Uh-oh. Well, only level 4, but even the level 2 spiderlings do pack a punch.
Yeah, if he had a web there, he could have got that kill by putting another web down.
Doesn't have the mana for it yet. Still needs to farm up the Soul Rain, and sub 11 CS here, so doing a pretty good job. But yeah, I mean, this mid lane, as soon as he traded with 430 and gave up like over half his health, not even getting a last hit for it, it kind of forced him into the defensive posture. Suniko top lane is engaged upon. Rocket Barrage, heavy work done there. They already used the kinetic field, or rather the Thunderstrike, and they'll get the kill. Last auto tech going to Fate, and IG get on the board here, leading 1-0.
It's an early first blood, and here comes Chuan towards bottom. He's used his last Shadow Walk as far as his mana pool's concerned, but this is
Radiant team is double sentry around, but they don't have an ops around the tree line. They don't know Chuan's here yet.
They pinged him, actually. I think they know, but
they shouldn't. There's vision.
Must have just gone like too close. It states them so you can sometimes like see through the there's some gaps, but
dies to the spider. They just sneak around the tower and backstab Artstyle under it.
Just brute things. Like, he's got a lot of spiderlings now. He's
Tron just walks up. My work's done here, you know.
Yeah,
not sure what my job was, but I did
experience. That was the job.
He didn't even get level 2 though. He didn't even do a good job of that. But that's okay. Luo's got him covered, and now level 5. Even if he can't kill a Vost, he could definitely keep the pressure up on the stack.
NaVi brings CM towards top. They want to get a kill here on Gyro, I imagine. Gyro just brought out clarity, which was important because he was completely out of mana. Didn't have any rocket barrages available, which is important offensively and defensively to have this spell. CM gets revealed.
I do a bit of dewarding.
Here comes Chuan.
Oh, backing off now, heading towards mid. He is low on mana here.
Yeah,
May just want to go home, get his boots.
He's not had mana for a long time.
Pick up a clarity, then get back in the field.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to stack, it looks like, for Burning or whoever. Maybe
the dive onto Havost. It's a level 6 Brood Mother already, courtesy of the CM kill, and it's going to allow for a potential kill on Havost. They get it. Now Luo into the trees. The stop missing. There's a double TP rotation that gets nothing.
Ooh.
Oh, that's costly. They do farm up all the spiderlings, but well worth it for the Vost kill. Meanwhile, top lane, looking at Artstyle, already used his Frostbite on the run, and Burning's just going to completely blow him up. Rockets pounding into that CM's rear, and down she goes.
A double TP from Centaur and Naga roll here is like, I mean, who can actually TP and save him? And there's no one on the map who really can unless they TP, like being able to get there maybe a second sooner. But that completely opened up that top lane for easy kills, and these lanes have fallen apart for NaVi.
They're losing all 3 lanes, it looks like, at this point.
Yeah.
In terms of CS, NaVi on top, but this is a bit deceptive. Funnick just got like 10 spider lanes, I think, so.
Yes.
His creep score not actually as good as it looks. You can see he's not even the most farmed on his team, and all the mid lanes close to even, but 430's gone for the more economic build and hasn't picked up as much in the way of regen and has been controlling the runes, not losing early to Quap.
All 3 Dire cores are out farming their Radiant counterparts. Like looking at the net worth, it's all Dire, and the supports is the big story because Radiant supports are forced to buy sentries, dust, deal with a bounty hunter, to deal with a brood. The Dire side, it's like you get a set of sentries to maybe help the mid lane bounty hunter, but there's so much more room for them to just get their early boots, wands, and whatever else.
And this duo is just so nice to have. The brood and the bounty. The bounty able to get in deep and place observers. And because you have the brood, you've got to spend the sentries on the lane, which means you don't have sentries to deward the deep jungle vision that IG has acquired. And the end result is a basically impervious to ganks Broodmother.
Yeah. Art's just going to kind of fall back to the jungle and just abandon some of these lanes here. And
Radiant's top tower is
NaVi
under
are
attack.
kind of tri-laning with their two cores, their safe laner and their off laner, as well as their farming support.
When you put it that way, it's just downright terrible for them.
Yeah, this really is. Their lanes have fallen apart. Dendi TPs to the off lane, which is an interesting move. It suggests they want to open up mid to someone else, or he feels like if he stays mid, he's going down, which is quite possible considering there is a haste rune on 430.
They're having a rough time of it here early on. Chuan swinging through the mid lane. He gets eyes on Artstyle, wants to make the jump. And 430 is level 6 with a haster, and this is an easy takedown. Maybe worried about a +1 in the neighborhood, but there's nobody there. There's actually 3 bottom. They're going to dust Luo, but he just runs away. They couldn't get off the Rupture during this time, and they may rotate themselves down here. A quick Thunderstrike coming out, Burning also moving in, playing a bit of aggressive style Dota. They'll find him, the glimpse back, catches him. Then, well, despite the Blood Raid, or rather the Rupture, maybe going down anyway. Do they have the vision they need while that was happening? The Centaur gets cut up on the backside. It's 430 with the drive-by, and they do finish off Havost, so it ends up being all 3 dead in the end.
Well,
just a train wreck here bottom, and nothing really happening top. Chuan's already back to get the experience, and well, Artstyle's the one that lives. That's nice. They were going to make the go on him, but they find the much sweeter cores instead.
Yeah. We talked about this being a TI2 Grand Finals rematch. The first time these teams met in the playoffs of TI2 winner bracket final, IG stomped them. It was like 18 kills to 0. This is very reminiscent of that game. NaVi did win that best of 3, but game 1 was about as ugly as it gets, and this is exactly how this game has started. There isn't really an easy turnaround. Bloodseeker's not a good play from behind hero. You need to be ahead, having heroes that can dish out a lot of damage, take advantage of your thirst, but when you're the ones getting jumped on, you never really get to use those thirst stacks to your advantage because IG are just staying very healthy and never really putting themselves in harm's way.
I'm a little worried about the control here for 430. How are NaVi going to lock him down? Funnick, Blink's still quite a ways off. Rupture won't help you. You can just ball lightning out of it. And they don't have a silencer, a reliable disable coming from their support, so it falls to Havost with the Blood Right. They're easy one to dodge if you see it coming. 430 already making aggressive moves in. Exit there, a zap there.
Free scouting info with the regen. Really nice play there because it's just like the ideal place for a Radiant hero to be hiding. So just balls in, isn't using up any mana whatsoever.
The one man who is finding his farm is Dendi. They've left him on the top lane. He's got kill potential on Chuan if he sees him, but Chuan is just hugging this tower, getting his experience. And all the while, it's occupy mid lane for IG. Quad lane mid, and NaVi just forced to let it go. They can't fight into this one, guys.
The Brood Web's making a line from bottom lane to mid lane, and this suggests Luo wants to be very active. He doesn't just want to farm the Radiant jungle and play an economy game. Hasn't gone for the Midas Rush, upgraded to treads. We often see the Medallion pick up now, like a Medallion Deso or a Medallion BKB.
They've committed on the burning. They take a full call down. The second ultimate bounce coming in, and now Havost in danger. The rotation comes through from IG. It's Havost down as well. A 2-for-1 special. IG's way again, and now they've got track. That's suddenly a level 6 bounty hunter. Compare that to the supports of NaVi. Both IG supports a full 1 to 2 levels up. They're looking good here, gods.
Yeah, and they're not done here. Chuan gonna find Artstyle. Maybe it's actually NaVi on top. Unfortunately, Artstyle has no real follow-up damage. He's not level 6 yet, and Chuan will just back off. 1,600 gold after that fight in the top lane for Chuan. Probably see an Arcane Boots pick up and just to give his team some mana sustain as well as just kind of keep the track spam going.
Brilliant Artstyle and Dendi together here. Moving into the lane, Stampede forward. That's a big way to go. Just for Faith, you can just glimpse Dendi back, and he's gone. It's up to Artstyle to continue the chase, but the Static Storm, Kinetic Field gets deployed. Artstyle may end up going down. He's been left for himself, and he will fall.
That was a clutch
Faith
play.
1v2ing and coming out the victor.
That was so close. CM was about to Frostbite and just kill him off, and Faith knew it's like, okay, he got the Nova, which means he can walk in range, and
it's so ugly right now for NaVi. You look for the silver lining, and you just ask, where is it? There's no Midas on Havost. The Naga of Suniko can't play that carry role when he's not given space. And
the Centaur is
not even a blink. There's nothing but darkness here right now. IG, literally and figuratively, they've got all the vision and all the control. And they are just laying into NaVi, taking out some
Dire's top
of the
tower
rage
is under
perhaps
attack.
from the way days 1 through 3 went for this squad.
Yeah, and I mean, looking forward to the main event. If you're IG, you just want to put yourself in the best possible position to get a good matchup in your low bracket round 1 match, and just winning some games, getting your team a boost in morale, because this is a very, to me, momentum-based team. Chuan kind of the emotional leader of this team, and if IG are doing poorly, it'll be reflected.
And they're jumping on Havos. He did not get off the blood right here. Tries to drop the rupture, not going to matter. He ends up going down.
Track kill.
Base will get silenced, but that is a 2-hero track. As Arcstar rotates in, can Dendy clean up? Gets one, that's one. The 433 engaged. He's still got the double damage ring going in. It's going to be Dendy who falls as well. Archdale may well be next. The slow, the glimpse, they're ready. 3, 4, lined up and slaughtered. 430 collecting his bounty.
Yeah, for Dendy, it's like he has to commit an aggressive blink and
Radiant's
basically
middle tower is
suicides to
under
kill a
attack.
bounty hunter, which
Radiant structures
it's not going to be worth it at all. It just helps IG get more control, another kill onto Dendy, another tower, and just more problems to NaVi.
He's racing around the map now. 2,300 gold, topping the charts. Ferrari 430. We used to see this every game from this guy. You look
Dire's
back at
top
IG
tower is
after
under
the
attack.
International 4, and it was the 430 show. Oftentimes, he'd be the only farmed hero, single-handedly out carrying the entire enemy team, and those days have passed, at least as far as the meta game and the way the teams are playing, but they're still finding their kills for him.
You want to blink dagger bottom? You can't get a blink dagger.
Quad lane bottom says no. Phonic tries to run away. He's tracked. Nowhere to run. Another kill. It's a track kill as well. Mega kill streak indeed.
He had 2k gold as well. He was so close.
And they got Havosa move speed. That's a small victory.
That's
But it's small. 'cause
you found the silver lining.
They've already 2 feet over.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man.
No.
I really am trying here. But there's little good for the NaVi fans to look towards.
Burning is not near creeps. Burning is not farmed at all. That is, I mean, kind of good news, but when you're looking at the Storm and Brood who are doing this well, yeah. He drops a cooldown and TP's out. He's actually feeling like he was worried that NaVi have committed like 3 or 4 heroes top, and also knows that his team will not back him up because they're going for Roshan. Just 40 minutes in the game, IG already in the pit. And it is the Medallion Brood build, so Luo treads Medallion. The Deso
Dire's
BKB
top
seems to be
tower is
pretty
under
popular
attack.
as well now on the Brood, and I think this kind of
Dire's
fighting
top
combat
tower
style,
has
especially
fallen.
against Bloodseeker, matches up really nicely.
Bloodseeker cannot man fight a Brood. Absolutely not. When you apply that mischance, if you're even on farm like this,
need a
and he's
lot
got the
of
ultimate
items.
going, he just wins the man fight. And he's life stealing the whole time.
Roshan has
Not to mention the
fallen
bonus
to the
damage,
Dire.
whereas
Yep.
the Bloodseeker, no heal until he gets the kill.
And by the time Bloodseeker
Dire's
has
top
something like a
tower is
BKB
under
to try and
attack.
deal with it, that's when Brood has like a Deso or something. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe mischance isn't applying, but I'm going to win the man fight because I've got a damage item and you've got a defensive item that's just stopping my
Dire's top
passive.
tower is under
IG on the
attack.
rotation, 430 TP's in, give him an Aegis, and pretty much a Bloodstone. We're only 15 minutes in. He's going to bait with an illusion here. Stendy fall for it. He's really microing this nicely. Not sure if they even saw the illusion rune get picked up. In fact, they've got 4 heroes here, but even if they think it's real, they're afraid.
Yeah, I think they realize that the Centaur blink's quite likely up, so it's like, let's get this bait going. Well, he's missed the last hit or 2 with it, so now it's kind of obvious that it's not really doing much damage here, this illusion.
Good timing for IG to chill and farm. Bloodstone online, and I think we'll probably see IG looking for angling for a fight here.
Yeah, why not? They can play the farm game, but there's no real need to. They're much better off applying pressure to NaVi, trying to keep control of this Radiant jungle. NaVi right now have a ton of vision. They have 5 observer wards up on the map as well as a large number of sentries to try and deal with the bounty hunters.
Oh, they got the spider lanes. That's delicious. Phonic. Happy about that one.
It's something.
Still tough to keep up with track gold.
Yep.
I
This
gotta-
is where IG just want to probably pick up a gem as early as possible, give it to the Storm, and just have Storm roam around, deward, take towers, take whatever kills he can find.
Radiant's
Quick,
top
they want to
tower
smoke
is
guts.
under attack.
3 heroes group. There's the smoke. Where do they make
Dire's
their
middle
move? They
tower
did
is
see
under
Luo.
Not speaking with Centaur to me seems odd.
I
Radiant's
guess
top
they can use
tower
the
is
Stampede
under
remotely,
attack.
but they're just going to run right in, almost in range of Luo. No actual vision on him, but they see a couple spiderlings moving towards him, and he might break the smoke just randomly. Yeah, he's popped it on Dendy. He backs off. and the gank is
They think
over.
the hero popped it from behind, though, I think, because it was
Radiant's
just
top
Dendi, and they're like, oh,
tower is
Dendi's
under
behind us.
attack.
That means the hero's in our jungle, maybe, but... No.
Swing and a miss
Dire's
for
middle
Navi.
tower
They've got a
under
gank with the
attack.
centaur. That to me is almost no-brainer. Like, this hero just picked up his blink.
Radiant's
He's your
top tower
initiator.
is under attack.
You Frostbite, Ensnare, yeah, no, you need the blink hoof stomp. That to me is your
Dire's
just
bottom
bread and butter
tower
way
is
back
under
into this game
attack.
is to just look
Radiant's
for the
top
storm,
tower
the
has
gyro. The
fallen.
gyro especially is very killable with a centaur plus Queen of Pain combo. That's what Navi have to look to do with their smokes. That smoke gank right there, not really the right idea.
They're making the move on bottom lane now. Dendi sitting in the lane. IG swarming in, burning in the neighborhood. I don't know if they know exactly where he is. Faith is trying to lock him down. Clicks him the trees. Call down's there. Can they glimpse? Can they glimpse? Oh, not quite in range. Barely close call there. Now the gem is picked up. So Saniko trying to reclaim some map control here. They know that IG have wards everywhere. And hey, there are two invis heroes to boot. So there's some potential for this gem to do some work. And what do you know? They found a spot. Yep, it should be a freebie. There's some commitment. 5. Well, actually make it 4 heroes. Just jump right on him.
IG learned that in the best way possible, losing the bounty, not the brood. So that's the kind of quote-unquote good news. But yeah, Navi, I like the gem pickup. At this point, map control is going to become very important for both teams. For IG, you want to starve out Navi. You want to deny as much vision as possible. After mid, not gonna.
Just not
Matter
really that
much,
useful
yeah.
against Storm in general. As long as you have the ball lightning.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Jump
bottom
away.
tower is under
And
attack.
even the silence is normally very easy to dodge. You don't have to
he's
predict
going
where he's
back
going to
in.
go, and he is moving in onto Vos. Oh, another jump. He's pretty much out of mana. Vos might be tanky enough to survive this one until the Spider Leads come into play, and then they've got the damage they need. They'll take him down. Vos falling. Did already use his Midas. Oh, actually didn't get to, so. Midas efficiency. Twitch chat bot would be unhappy.
Navi lost. Didn't use Midas.
They're going to need that gold. They really will. IG are just so comfortably ahead now. Gold, experience, map control. They might have a gem here on Saniko's Naga, but I'm seeing quite a bit of vision out in the map for IG.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
hard for
under
them to get
attack.
out here. They put the ward up on the high ground cliff, and another ward where Navi had vision there early but lost it. Saniko gets jumped, and he is the gem carrier.
They have a Shuriken toss. Track's already out, and well, I'm not sure if they can really set up for this. 430 glimpse back. Oh, Dendi's gone. He's out of the fight, and now they need to back off here. Blood right comes through. 430 balls in. Saniko's gonna die anyway, even through the song. A disaster for Navi. Still chasing for more. Arxa could well be next. He balls in, can't auto tech while frostbitten, but now he's got the mana. He's got the distance. 11 Bloodstone charges in 19 minutes. Honestly, IG just won't stop at this point. They keep on moving forward. Dendi throwing in a frantic Queen of Pain ultimate. Even BKBs commits for this. They're going to try to auto-attack him down. The homie missile coming in. The blink out could be chased. Really could be chased. 430 just waiting for the BKB to wear off. He takes the homie missile seconds before the BKB ends. If that hits him, he's dead. And they did manage to finish off Faith's Disruptor. So a 2 for 3. Navi coming out on the leaders on gold, but they lose yet another tower.
Yeah, they held on to their gem, I believe. Yeah, they held on to it. Bloodseeker picked it up, though, so as much as Storm went for the gem carry, didn't have an item slot, and Havos was ready for the Naga to die and just instantly picks it up, so... Navi still holding on. They're kind of like Dendi picks up a BKB, very defensive item, but allows him to actually fight and go in. Force Staff now picked up for Funix, so add a bit of extra mobility. And if Havos can farm up a BKB of his own, it'll just help him a little bit more fight into IG. But the biggest problem that they're going to have all game long is just dealing with Storm. They just haven't got the real control and lockdown they need for a Storm who's going to be this far ahead.
Yeah, Burning doesn't even need to carry this one right now. It's Luo to a lesser extent, and primarily, as you mentioned, Ferrari 430. They're making a move on him.
Bring out the Radiance, Lua.
He's got the Bloodstone deny, and he's also got 1,600 health. They need everything to kill. I don't know if they can without the Queen of Pain ult.
I want to see what Lua buys. Radiance Brood is not unheard of. It's... Oh, he goes BKB. He wants to be able to man fight more.
Radiance Bird.
I think Zai's done it a few times, like once or twice, and
It seems a little excessive. It's too much for Navi. Gotta have a little mercy on them. I'll go for the BKB.
it's more evasion and a lot of damage output with it.
That's true. It did get buffed.
Yeah. But not going to be the build. He wants to be able to, man fight more against the Bloodseeker. Although, if he gets Rupture, he just has to stand still and fight anyone who's in melee range of him.
And it's more even the fact that we're talking about a Radiance Brood at 21 minutes.
Yeah.
Like this is
Radiance
a Brood who
Brood
rushed a medallion.
Yeah, Radiance Brood is good because you're such a mobile hero, but you can't be mobile against a Bloodseeker when you get ruptured, which means you may not get that much value out of it. So
That does help your farm a lot, though. Just aggro all the camps at once, drag them into one place, and clean them up.
So Luo picks up BKB. We'll see where he goes. He might not even go for the Deso, AC, Butterfly. At this point, it's not really even about what specific item he gets because this game is as one-sided in nature. It's just going to be about he's got a huge item advantage and he'll have an item or two ahead of the Bloodseeker every single fight.
NaVi is doing the best thing they can to recover. Split pushy right now, trying to slow the game down. IG applying pressure on the bottom lane and need to force the issue a bit more. Even a Blood Right thrown out here. We'll zone out the creeps a bit. And Dendy to clean those up. He's up to 2,200 gold. That's 430. Finishes off Illusions.
He's got an Orchid.
Whoa.
22 minutes.
What was it, a 15-minute Bloodstone?
He's keeping back. Dendy has BKB, so could just force a BKB.
They may even think about going on 430, but that is a super risky jump.
I don't have the damage with these two, I want to say. Yeah, no Orchid on Dendy or anything.
It would be very risky anyway. If he just dodges that stun, you're running. And your Centaur's dead at that point.
So for IGM, Burning has not picked up his BKB. It's on the courier, but this is still pretty slow farm for him. He has not had that much space. Like normally you think, okay, Brood's good at creating space, but NaVi have avoided the Brood and just pressured the lanes where Burning's been. Like he's been like kind of left top, and NaVi were like, well, bottom lane's a Brood. Like, instead of dealing with the Brood, NaVi have avoided the Brood, which is a situation where your carry actually doesn't farm much. So that's where Burning is a kind of behind as far as his item progression goes.
Oh, they got eyes on Dendy. He blinks out just in time. Glimpse is available. Could force out that BKB. Seeing Funnick prepping up in the tree line. Man, well, wants to make something happen here, but there's no backup nearby.
Yep.
They're burning in the back. The back also been spotted here. Now they're going to pull it. Dendy cheese cracked up, has the BKB. Even with the BKB, may end up going out regardless. Double auto attacks from both heroes that were waiting, end up killing him. Faith caught by Funnick, but he's tanky enough to withstand this initial aggression. As 430 waits for the pull to cool down, he's going to ball his way forward. Spiderlane's coming in. Track, barely escapes.
And nothing to cancel it.
Finding a big kill on Dendy there and forcing out the BKB.
Yeah, 2 BKBs. Havas also just picked up his 10-seconder. Dendy's down to 8 seconds now, Havas to 9. And when you use double BKBs like that and you're the ones looking for a gank and IG just turn it around with ease, you're in a lot. I mean, we've already established IG cruise control right now. They are just walking all over NaVi. More Bloodstone charges go 430's way. It's the comeback potential for NaVi is there with the lineup looking for ganks like they were doing at top lane, but IG are just one step ahead of them.
Closing in on back 430 has just hit 1 Bloodstone charge every 2 minutes. Saw a game earlier this event where it was 1 every 1 minute. So let's see if he can get it. There's another Bloodstone charge. He finds the Nico bottom, hiding in the trees. Orchid out. Couldn't get a mirror image or a sawn off, and he'll go down. Continues to terrorize NaVi.
That's the gem too. I think he just stole it. I don't know if he stole it earlier, but yeah.
I think he just got it as well. And I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, Crystal Maiden dead.
Should have picked Pudge. I mean, sure, but clearly
these are the Dota gods frowning on their items. Or their
he talks about these teams need casters coaching them on draft advice, and pick Pudge more is
Pudge versus Brood, maybe not the best matchup, but
no. The last big Brood is just always a threat when you're against some teams, and IG one of the big ones who love to play Brood and.
IG, Secret, C-Deck.
I don't know if NaVi just thought they maybe had enough answers with like CM Naga supports, but CM wanted to spend time in the jungle, and because that's the thing with Bloodseeker, really good laner can actually kind of be left to 1v1 a bit, just not, you don't want to 1v1 against the Brood. So I think the Brood was a hero that NaVi did overlook.
Over here now.
It's a costly hero. That mistake has been made before. They're not the first to suffer, and they're suffering now, that's for damn sure. Dude. Push out this top lane. NaVi trying to keep as much pressure elsewhere on the map as they can, but I'm just watching 430. He roams through the NaVi jungle. He hunts for blood. He thirsts for it. He's the real Bloodseeker this game. Havost is merely the imposter.
Havas just been found as well. Chuan
430 might could even jump from far. There's the long range ball in. He's gonna kill him almost instantly. Pops him for full HP. Before that happened, Chuan had brought him down to half health. That when you're blood raged, you drop real quick to that burst damage.
Yep. Easy pickings. Just do as much damage as you can before you even BKB. So Avos is like, yeah, I got BKB and Ogre Club on top of that. Yeah, no. Once they find you like that, you don't get a chance to BKB. And Luo did actually complete the Solar Crest, so add some evasion on top of the minus armor from the medallion.
Honestly, I'm getting to that point where I'm thinking they're gonna need the Sneeko Radiance, but then I looked at his inventory and the dream is not alive, gods.
Any lane
it's gonna be like a 40-minute relic if he gets one.
I don't think there's any way for him to farm it against the Storm Spirit too, because
he's always gonna be able to gank you.
Yeah, he's got to go to lanes alone to try and farm, and Storm solo kills him with Orchid. So if Storm had maybe gone a different build and didn't have the Orchid, but even without an Orchid, he's got tons of solo kill potential on the Naga just by bowling from far away, and you force a Song TP maybe, but he's not farming Radiance.
They're pushing it.
No
Blink
space.
stop does find 430, but remember, he's got the Aegis available. Even if he ends up going down, will Dendi commit anything big to pop it? They don't want to. They glimpse Funning back, and well, Burning's arriving. The BKB static storm follow-up. They're going to engage onto Sneeko. Can't get off the Song again. He falls. A rampage through the NaVi base. 3 back to the well. Avos hanging on for dear life. And
Back to the fountain, LD.
let's see what you did there, buddy.
I had to slip him one.
Let me tell you, you're not the only one here thinking the same thing. It's not their game. It's just not their game. 3,200 gold swing that way, and now a 20k gold lead extended for IG. Looking for a lane of racks and some vengeance here. It's been a frustrating couple days for both of these teams. They will Song. NaVi looking for the big turnaround. Blood right up. Doesn't hit anyone. It's an airball combo, and 430 storms back in on the Storm Spirit. Finds the kill. Goes for more. He's still got the Aegis even. I mean, he's 20 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, 13-0-3. Talked about his last performance against Complexity. This has just been a barbaric one. He's just completely taking control of the game. I think the key here that allowed him to do so was the Brood. Chuan found him got a lot of scouting information, but it wasn't like applying a ton of pressure. I think Chuan played well, but he just... NaVi spent so much time dealing with the bounty, Brood got out of control.
Tough one for NaVi fans, and with that, any hope of 5th place is officially gone here. I'm not sure if IG has one. I think they might lose.